welcome back to another episode of our Ultimate Decades Challenge. We have entered into the year 1416, and this is part B, and we are here with our Pruett family. We have entered into the Pruett family because, as we know, we are going to be seeing Odalyn Pruett, who is going to be aging up into an infant in this portion of our episode. But not only that, we are going to be seeing David Pruett, who is going to be getting married in this episode. So we are going to have a nice filled episode with our Pruett family, so we have tuned in with them. It does look like our married couple is having some unsatisfied issues with their relationship. It looks like she has said she's feeling very unsatisfied, and if her husband is mean to her, she's going to want to file for divorce. I'm not exactly sure why our relationships are starting to kind of circle the drain, but we are seeing that in our main household. Now we're seeing that here in this household. So I'm really just not sure kind of what's going on with our relationships currently right now. Everybody was doing really, really well, and now it just doesn't seem to be the case. I'm finding that it is really difficult to hold on to these romantic relationships. I don't know what the deal is with that. Like, they are in love, they're soulmates, but then just out of nowhere, their satisfaction level is just tanking. So it's not going easy. But it is about 4:35 in the morning here on a Sunday. These two are struggling, which really sucks. As we know, they did have a stillborn child, and then they just recently had Odalyn, and now all of a sudden they're having these marital problems. But it looks like they are going to like some silly behavior, so we'll go ahead and let that take place. They do still have a lot of, romance in their life. They do have a really good friendship base still. But for whatever reason, it seems that they are, quote unquote, unsatisfied, or she is unsatisfied in their romance. So I don't really know what's going on. I mean, technically, she has reached romance level 3. So, I mean, I would think that their romance would be going up, but I don't guess that's the case. I don't really know what the deal is with this. So we definitely will have to keep an eye on their romance. Now for Sid, she is also supposed to be trying for another little one. So we will definitely get them to try for another little one. I think that, that's actually not supposed to take place until tomorrow. But if they decide they want to go ahead and try for another little one, we may go ahead and let them do that. Today is Odalyn's birthday, so we will be seeing her age up. So we'll definitely go ahead and get them to age up their little one. And so we will be celebrating Odalyn aging up into an infant. As we know, she does not have to roll a death roll for aging up to an infant. She will just go ahead and be able to age up, so that'll be good. And so we'll see her age up. We'll give her her makeover, and that'll be great. But as far as their relationship goes, we're going to have them do some romantic things together and see if we can get their romance up. And what have they decided to do? Go and sit together. Okay. And obviously while they're kind of sitting together and they're snuggling or what have you, maybe we can get them to possibly consider going ahead and discussing the fact that they want to maybe try again for another little one. So maybe we'll have her go ahead and make a move on him and see about them going ahead and trying for a little one.
Wibisu. Imuyib.
Huh? Ew, Grumble.
He's like, yeah, I don't really think I want to try for a little one right now. I'm not feeling it. I mean, again, these two also have amazing compatibility, so you would think that they would want to try for a little one. You would think they would want to get on and that they would carry on really well, but it just doesn't seem that that's the case. So I don't really know exactly what is going on with this whole scenario. She wants to ask him out on a date, Maybe I can get them to go out and do something fun together. Maybe they can discuss some interests. Maybe we can even get them to
Sycophus. Revsing Morbid Fangib. Rebalfa Clogum.
possibly go like out for a walk or something like that. But I do think that after we age up little Odalin, we will probably get them ready for... Okay, so Sid and Ulrich are going to have a close dynamic, so we love that for them. So they're going to make some future plans.
Snibara Watanini.
Simbab Kriko.
Karenzi.
And then I'm going to have them go out for a walk together.
Harsagap Rabe.
She's like, do you want to head out for a walk maybe? And so I think they're going to go ahead and they're going to head out to a walk. So we are going to have David go ahead and go take care of his bladder, get himself ready for the day. He is going to be getting married today, so we will be seeing that take place as well. So we will be seeing him get ready to get married to Marceline. So once the married couple gets back from their walk, we'll have them age up Odaline, and we'll be getting David hitched to Marceline. So we will be having her probably come around so that we can go ahead and get them married. I don't know if we'll actually be able to get them married at like a church. We can maybe send them off to a church and see if we can potentially use the wedding arch. I don't know if that will work or not, but we can try. If it doesn't, then we can go ahead and just get them to elope. We'll just have to see how that goes. In the meantime, I'm going to get Mariella to come on down. I'm going to have her clean the coop and collect the eggs, and she can scatter some feed. And then I'll also get her to collect some honey and apply a mite treatment. She can go ahead and just take care of some things here on the farm, which we know definitely needs to be taken care of. Looks like the garden's doing okay currently, so we love that. And David is currently just kind of cleaning up a little bit around the house, which is fantastic. We love that for him. I'm going to actually just throw that cake away. We don't necessarily need that since everyone had kind of tapped into the cake, so there's no need for that. Looks like he wants to stargaze with Marceline, so we love that. He is obviously a bit of a romantic, so that is, really, really sweet. And Mariella, why don't you go ahead and we'll get you when you're done with the chores to maybe cook up a little bit of food. So we'll just get her maybe to make a little bit of, let's do this chunky vegetable stew. And then the house will have some food available to eat. Okay, so these are needing to go in the fridge. In the coop to hatch. Those eggs are hatchable. So we'll just get her to incubate those in the coop. And we'll just go ahead and let David do a little bit of light reading while he is waiting to get himself ready for his wedding. So Mariella is just going to go ahead and get this meal cooked up while the parents are out doing their date. Looks like Odalin is just getting herself a little bit of much needed rest, so we love that for her. And once the parents get back and she wakes up, we'll go ahead and get her aged up. And then we will invite over Marceline and we'll be able to celebrate that birthday for her. So that'll be great. All right, so we have that chunky vegetable stew. Let's see if David is feeling hungry. Now he's doing okay. I'm just going to pop that in the fridge there. And she has gone ahead and incubated those eggs. So everybody looks like they're doing pretty good here. I will just get her to, let's see if we can resume this hoop here. And it does look like the parents are back from their date, so we love that for them. So I am just going to go ahead and get Mom to come on in here. We're going to give Odaline a little bit of a breastfeed, and then we're going to go ahead and age her up. How's Ulrich doing? His needs are pretty good. And it does look like Sid's needs are also doing okay. She could stand for a little bit of a meal, but she's not too bad off. So we'll just go ahead and let her feed Odalin, And then we will age her up. So we are going to go ahead and see her age up her daughter. We are going to have her age up into an infant now. So nice to see the Pruett family growing. I am thrilled about it. So we will see her age up Odalyn, and then we are going to hop into Cass with Odalyn and give her her infant makeover. So Odalyn is going to go ahead and age up into an infant. Infants, a world of discovery, communication, and play is waiting to be attained. We are just going to go ahead and randomize that trait. She did get sensitive. It says these Sims are prone to diaper rash, are often picky with food, and can more easily become overstimulated by too much play and social interaction. However, they also rest more peacefully through the night when they are soothed. So we are going to go ahead and hop into Cass with her and give her her makeover. Okay, so here we have Odalyn Pruett. This is what she looks like as an infant. And she is super, super cute. So we are just going to go ahead and jump back into the game with the Pruett family. And we're going to see David get himself hitched. Okay, so now that we are back in the game, we are just going to go ahead and have David. I'm not sure what I want to be when I grow up. All my friends seem to have it figured out. You've got time. It's fine. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just have David get himself into his everyday outfit. And we're going to have him call over his lady love, and we're gonna have them, actually we will ask her out. Maybe we can just have him travel with her. Travel with Marceline. Actually, let's travel with everyone, or we can at least travel with, let's travel with Marceline, and we'll go with Mariella. At least he can go with his stepmom, and we'll take him to the chapel. Okay, so we have arrived here at the chapel with our couple. We are just going to go ahead and see if we can go on in and get them married. Let's see if we can get married to her. We can. All right, so we're going to have them head on in. We're going to seat our Sims. Let's seat everyone and let them, go ahead and get married. So we're going to have her parents and Marciella go ahead and have a seat, and then we're going to watch our loving couple go ahead and get themselves hitched here in this chapel. This is actually the first real wedding that we're going to be able to attend, it would look like, which is really nice because, our weddings haven't been working out. So it's really nice that they're actually going to be able to get married, it would seem, which is fantastic. So they are going to go ahead and exchange their vows and promise themselves to one another so they can spend their lives together, which is fantastic. I'm so glad that he has found someone he can spend his life with, and the fact that he has a crush on her and he is so, so happy is really, really, just the sweetest thing as well.
Enchamis, Amujo Scoons, Mitzel DeRoy. Febine, Aruve. Fuma.
And they are going to go ahead and move in together. We are just going to go ahead and move Marceline in over here for now. We obviously will be taking them into their own home so that they can start their life together by themselves. But for now, we're going to move them in together over here into the Pruett home. And we are going to go ahead and let them start their lives together. For now, we are just going to go ahead and we are going to take everyone home. And then once we get home, we're going to jump into Cass and we will update Marceline's colors. and we will go ahead and then split them off into their own home. So that'll be really, really nice. But these two are now married, and that's really exciting. So I'll see you once we get into Cass. Okay, so here is Marceline Pruett after her makeover. I've got her in her new outfit. She's in her pink now. And I did take her photo for the family tree. We are just going to go ahead and split them off into their new home. And then we will continue on with this new Pruett family. So we have arrived here at the Pruett residence. We are just going to go ahead and allow these two to consummate their marriage. So I'm just going to have him go ahead and give her a little bit of a hug. He's going to banter with his best friend here. And then they are going to go ahead and they will consummate their relationship here. Would seem they are very satisfied in their relationship. Let's hope that we can keep it that way.
Spoon, eh? Oh, Arpanoy! Oh,
So they are just going to go ahead and go on inside, and they will consummate their marriage here. We are going to have them go ahead and they will try for a baby. Now these two do need to have, or they have 7 baby tries. So this will be their first baby try, and hopefully they'll be able to go ahead and start their family. And we wish them all the best. We do want this family to grow. Obviously, we are hoping to build on our community and see more babies in our future here. As we know, also Nerida had gotten married, and she had married Tamur. So I do believe they are getting close to giving birth to their child because they had gotten pregnant. So we will be checking in on them at some point in this episode as well, because I do think that they are getting close to having a child as well. So we'll be checking in on them to see how they're doing. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to let this couple go ahead and consummate their relationship. We will see if they have any success with this, and hopefully they will go ahead and be able to be expecting in this family. We are obviously going to be trying to get Sid and Ulrich to go ahead and try again for another baby, because we definitely want that to take place. You know, we definitely want all of our families to continue on having children, and so those are obviously very important for our communities to be able, or our community to be able to grow. So let's go ahead and check and see if she's pregnant. Does look like she is. So this family is going to be expecting a little one in the house, which is going to be great. We absolutely love that. For this household, as you can see, it is big enough for them to grow. Let's go ahead and maybe go ahead and get them some chickens. Oh, they don't have any money. Let's go ahead and give them a little bit of money. So we'll give them 1,500 simoleons, and then we'll get them some chickens here. We'll get them a black hen and a black rooster. That'll be good enough. And I'll have her come out and scatter some feed for them. Obviously, we do have ourselves a beehive out here, and we do have a way that we can plant some vegetables or herb or fruits, whatever you want, in some little planters here. But they do have a way to go ahead and have some eggs and some honey, and so we love that for us. So we'll be able to do those things. I may have to get them a sign in their yard so that we can actually get them out foraging and going to hunt for meat and things like that. So we will definitely have to do that so that they can get themselves set up for being able to get some things cooking in their home and things like that. So we'll get them all set up so that they can do those things. Currently right now, no one is feeling really all that hungry, so we love that for them. But I definitely want them being able to go out and hunt, and I want them to be able to go out and forage so that they can take care of the things that they need to take care of for their family. So let's go ahead and get them that sign so that they can go and do the things that they need to do. So we've got that. So maybe I'll go ahead and send David out and let him go hunting. and he can get some things that he needs, and we'll go ahead and we'll send her out and let her go foraging. So both of them are going to go out. They're going to go and grab the things that they need to grab, and I will see you when they return. Okay, so it does look like Marceline is back. Does look like she was able to get some sage, some mint, some apples, and some chestnuts. I can go ahead and put the chestnuts in the fridge. She did also get some ginger root. We are currently in our summer season, so it is time to go ahead and start planting for our summer season, which we absolutely love. And for our summer season, we can plant basil, blackberries, bluebells, blueberries, cherries, chrysanthemums, lilies, and green beans. So she did get some sage and apples. We can't do anything with any of those things. So we didn't get anything that we can use. He did get some rabbits, so we'll go ahead and cut that meat up and put that in the fridge. So at least he got some things that we can use. He did also get some lemons, but we can't do anything with lemons either for the summer. So we didn't really get anything that we can use for our family here. But, you know, it is what it is. So we are going to head over and we're going to check in on our family with Norita Atgun and see how they're doing, because like I said, she is expecting and we want to check in on that family. So let's go ahead and check in on the Atguns. Okay, so we have arrived here in the Atgun family, and it does look like she is currently in labor. So we love that for her. We got here just in the nick of time. I am going to go ahead and let her come over here, and she is going to have her little one. As we know, she does not have anyone here with her, so she's going to have herself an extra baby roll or an extra death roll for this labor, which is not necessarily ideal, but her mom's not here. So, yeah, not ideal. Not ideal at all. But Norita is having her first child, and she is not happy about it. She's in a lot of pain, but we are going to hope that everything goes well with this labor and that she and the baby are going to be okay. Obviously, her husband is like, what is going on? He's freaking out. They've had a little girl. We are going to name this little girl Gertie. So this is going to be Gertie Atgun. And they have had a single birth. So we have had a little girl. We love that for us. And so as we know, we are going to be rolling the dice for mom. She is going to roll and not be able to roll a 1, an 11, or a 2. So we are going to go ahead and pull up the dice for her and give her a spin and make sure that she's going to be able to survive this birth. So let's go ahead and roll for mom. She rolls an 18, which is a good roll. We love it. And baby can't roll a 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or a 20. We got us a 4. Gertie is good to go. So mom and baby have survived. Let's go ahead and update the timeline, and then we'll continue on. Okay, so we have updated the timeline. Everything is good to go as far as that is concerned. We have ourselves a brand new baby in the Atgun home, which is fantastic. I am just going to go ahead and get mom to give this little one a breastfeed. So we're going to go ahead and give Gertie a feed here. And everyone is super, super happy about the fact that we have us a new baby in the Atgun home. As we know, Timur did have himself a daughter with his first wife, but, well, I think they had 2 babies, but they did not make it. So this is his first child with his second wife, and she has made it into the newborn stage. Hopefully she will continue to survive, and they will be able to see this baby continue on with her life. Hopefully we will see more children in this Atgun family, and they will be able to continue to allow this family of theirs to continue to grow, which will be fantastic to see. Now that being said, we are going to go ahead and we're going to head over into our household with Sid and Ulrich, and we're going to try again for them to try for a baby and get them pregnant, because we do need Sid to go ahead and get pregnant. I know they're having some issues, but we're going to go ahead and try to get them with child, and then we're going to head over into our main household and see how the McFerguses are doing. So let's go check in with our Pruett family again, and then we will head over to the McFerguses. Okay, so I have come into the Von Varlet home, and the reason for that is because it looks like they have had a child that I didn't know about. So we are going to roll for their baby because they had a baby, and I didn't realize that they had a child. I knew she was pregnant, but I didn't realize they had given birth. So they had a little boy. They named him Chandler. So Chandler Von Varlet. We are going to go ahead and roll for mom and baby since they had a little boy here. And so they did have a single birth. We are going to roll for mom. Mom can't roll a 1 or an 11. So let's go ahead and roll for Greta. Greta rolls a 13. So she does survive the labor. For Chandler, he can't roll a 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or a 20. So let's go ahead and roll for Chandler. Chandler rolls a 15, so we are going to have to take Chandler away from the family. So we will go ahead and take Chandler away. I will go ahead and update the timeline that Chandler was born, but was stillborn, and we will take Chandler away from them. Unfortunately, they did lose their child, which sucks really bad. It was an heir that they have now lost. And then we will go ahead and head over to the Pruett family after I update the timeline. Okay, so we have arrived back in the Pruett residence. We are just going to see if we can get Sid to try for a baby with Ulrich. I know that they are kind of struggling in their relationship, but we are going to see if we can get her with child. So she is going to approach him. He's like, I do not want to do this. So that is going to cause a little bit of an issue, it would seem. They are not wanting to necessarily do that. Can he at least like mess around with her? They can mess around. They just don't want to try for a baby. I don't know, like maybe he's just, because their romantic satisfaction is kind of down, he's just not wanting to try for a baby. But maybe the mess around feature will still get them with child. I'm not really sure, but they're struggling in their relationship a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It's causing some issues. Even though he's feeling flirty, he's noticing that she's having some unsatisfactory feelings in their relationship, and it's causing some major issues. Why don't you go ahead and get up? Let's see if that caused any pregnancy with you guys. No, it didn't. So I'm going to say messing around does not work as a try for baby option. And so, there's that. But let's go ahead. We'll continue to try for a baby for them. But for now, we're going to go ahead. We're going to check in with our main household and see how they're doing with their relationship. And then we will kind of close up this episode and close it down with our main household. Okay, so we have arrived here in the main household. Everyone seems to be doing okay. We do have some people that are feeling a little bit hungry, so I am going to have Dad come on down and grab himself a bit of a serving. Mom, go ahead and grab herself a bit of a serving. Now, as we know, we are pregnant. We are in our second trimester. We will be heading into our third trimester soon. And so we are, going to be having us some more little ones in the house. So we know that's good. Assuming we can keep Erlene and Lulick married, which, we kind of hope that's going to be the case. But they're struggling as well. They're having some marital issues. They are not feeling really satisfactory in their romance, which I'm not sure what the problem is with that, but they did lose every bit of their romance satisfaction. They have no romance bar whatsoever anymore, and so they're struggling. I have to get their romance completely back, and I am having some struggles with that. They did try talking about their relationship in the last episode to try to restore that, but unfortunately it didn't really do anything. So I don't really know how to really get them back on track. I'm going to continue to try, but I don't really know what to do to get that back up to where it needs to be, because every time I try to do any romance with them, it just doesn't really seem to really go anywhere, which I find really strange because they do have amazing compatibility. They are soulmates. They both have crushes on each other. So everything you would think would be something that would lead them to have great romance and great compatibility to have romance, but something is just not kosher with them. And I think a lot of it might have to do with the fact that they have so many kids that they're having to take care of. But, you know, I can't really help with that. Like, I just can't really help with that, considering that,
Kangaroo.
you know, it is just this day and age that they have so many bloody children. So he's just going to go ahead and get himself a bite to eat really quickly. And then I'm going to head him on off to work. I'm going to go ahead and get Erlene to come on out. She's going to take care of the chickens. We'll have her collect some eggs, and then she can clean the coop. Doesn't really look like they need any feed to be scattered, but I'll have her scatter a little bit more just because, you know, why not? And then once she's done with the chickens, maybe she can come on out here and we can get her to check on the bees. Looks like we do need to collect some honey and get some mite treatments going. So I'll have her go ahead and start working on some of those things so that we can go ahead and make sure that we have everything done that we need to do for our bees. Because as we know, that's really important to keep our bees happy. So we'll definitely get that going on as well. And Lulik's just going to head off to work because, as we know, he is our money maker. Obviously, we have our garden that needs to be tended to, and we have our bees that need to be tended to, but yeah. So speaking of our garden, we are going to go ahead and we are going to take our garden up for the simple fact that it is now summertime. So we're going to take out everything that we don't need from spring, and we're going to put in our summer garden. So we'll take out everything because it is time. It is time. All right, so we have daisies no longer are available, so we'll just go ahead and take out all our daisy bushes. And we then have carrots, which also need to come up. We have strawberries, which also need to come up. The sage can stay because it is year-round. The garlic can stay because it's year-round. The mushrooms can stay because they're year-round. So all of these are going to stay because they're year-round, but everything else had to go. I am just going to get her to come on out, and she can, well, I can just put these things in her inventory. So we'll just pick all of this stuff up and throw it in her inventory. All these things that fell because of the harvest, we'll just pick up here and throw in her inventory. And it does look like the kids are out here playing a little bit of archery, which is fantastic. We absolutely love to see that. And once she's done with the bees, which it looks like she's done with a couple of those hives, I'm going to get her to go ahead and head herself out. We're going to do a little bit of foraging, and we're going to see if we can get her to find some things for summer. That's going to be really important because we do need to get our summer plants down. It's going to be really, really important for us. So we'll get her to try to get a little bit of things for honey-wise, and then we will obviously go ahead and need to get some foraging done. So for summer, again, we can plant basil. I don't believe we have any basil. Oh, yes, we do. We have some basil. So we'll go ahead and get some basil planted. Let's go ahead and put some basil down. We can plant some bluebells. We'll plant those over here. We can plant some blueberries and blackberries. All right, so we'll plant some blackberries, and we can plant some cherries. All right, so the cherries are obviously trees, so we'll plant those here. We'll just plant 2 of those. We can also plant chrysanthemum, which we don't have any of. And we can plant some green beans, which we don't have any. But maybe she can get some of that when she's out foraging. Just gonna go ahead and put these eggs in the fridge. All right, so Lulik is home. He has lots of stuff that he's been doing, but I am going to get him to go ahead and get himself a little bit of rest. Looks like he's feeling pretty tired. Oh, crud. Maybe I should get him to actually take care of Sylvia. Get up and take care of Sylvia. Why don't you come up here and give her a little bit of a feed, sir, and take care of her. And then you can put her to bed. Because Sylvia is really tired, really hungry. And then once you're done dealing with Sylvia, then you can go ahead and go to bed yourself. He's like, okay, little one, it is time for you to go to bed. Why are you taking her downstairs? I told you to put her to sleep. Honestly, I don't understand. Come put her to sleep. So... don't understand why he took her down there and laid her down on the ground, but that's fine. All right, so we do have Mom home, and she did receive some garlic. She got some acorns, some chestnuts. Looks like we got some mint and some more sage. I'm not gonna plant any more sage. And we got some garlic, which we'll put in the fridge. So we love it. All right. So we did not get the chrysanthemums. We also didn't get any green beans, but that's perfectly fine. I am also going to go ahead and send Mom up to bed. Everybody else seems to be in pretty tip-top shape, other than the fact that I sold, honey, you need to go to bed. You are feeling super, super tired, and so you need to go to bed. Oh my gosh. Hamlin is super tired as well and hungry, and so we're going to let him get a bite to eat. And then we will let him head himself off to bed. All right, Lulik, off to bed you go. Everyone is just straight up shattered. And what about you, Rowana? Rowana's like, I'm actually pretty great, so I can't really complain. Yeah, it looks like it. She's like, I'm going to go out here and play some archery because I'm feeling fantastic. Why don't you play on the monkey bars, because I think you actually are feeling pretty fantastic. So you can play on the monkey bars, and then you can go and get yourself a little bit of a wee. And then maybe you will actually need to go ahead and go to the washroom. But everything does seem to be doing pretty good here on the farm. When Lulik gets up from bed, I will probably have him come on down, and we will have him start planting some things. Obviously, we want to go ahead and get some things planted up, since the garden needs to be taken care of. Look at her. She's like, I can go ahead and get planting because I'm awake, and so why not? I mean, technically you should probably eat something because you're feeling pretty hungry, but she's like, I need to take care of this garden. I need to get it planted because it is the summer season and it's not going to plant itself. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and get to planting, and then you can get in there and get yourself something to eat, Erlene. I mean, you are such a hard worker between you taking care of the kids and everything else. Look, she's even maxed out her gardening skill. Like, she is just a rock star. But she is going to need to go and grab herself a bite to eat. So once she's done planting all these things, we'll get her in and we'll let her go ahead and get herself a bite to eat. So she'll plant everything. I'll make him water everything. She's going to go and get herself a bite to eat. So he's just getting himself a bunch of good rest while she is clearly not. I mean, obviously she's not worried about it, but that's fine. But things are going good on the farm. We have our honey. We have our things planted in the garden. He has obviously gotten us, quite a bit of meat. We'll send him out hunting maybe a little bit later, which will be good. We are in our second trimester, really close to our third trimester. We're going to be seeing a baby pretty soon, which is going to be great. And we are, really close to heading into 14-17 here. Obviously, our relationship seems to be, steady, I guess. We definitely are lacking in our romance department, but hey, what do you do? Sometimes it's like that. And so we will just have to see how it goes. But for now, I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next episode of Ultimate Decades Challenge. And until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, Ravens.